this problem, sum of primes. So our task is to calculate the sum of primes present in a number. Okay. So the input is simple. It's a number. So what we have to do is we have to take each digit, and if the digit is a prime number, we have to add it to a sum and we have to return the sum. We have to when we are given a number, we just have to basically calculate the number of. So okay. So we are given this number. No. What we have to do is we have to just extract each digit and we have to check if it's a prime number. If it is a prime number, we have to just sum all of the prime numbers inside prime digits inside this number and we have to return the sum. If there is no prime digits inside this number, we just have to return 0. So okay. So now the logic is simple. We just have to extract numbers from the last. We have to check if it is a prime number. If it is a prime number means we have to add it to a sum, and at the last we have to return the sum. This is the logic. So now let's try to code. The first step is we have to extract each digits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a simple while loop here. Okay. In this I'm going to just put the condition as if n should not be equal to 0. So here what we have to do is we have to extract you have to extract digits from the last. So we all know the logic to get the last digit of any number is if you put the logic to extract any last digit from a number is if you just put the whole number modulo 10, we can get the last digit. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have a simple variable called ld to get the last digit. First I'm gonna assign it to 0. So here I'm just gonna assign the last digit, which is our number, which is n modulo 10. This will basically give us a last digit. So now what you have to do, we have to get the last digit and we have to check if it's a prime number or not. So I'm gonna call a function prime and I'm gonna pass this ld to this function. Okay, we'll implement this prime function later. So if it is a prime number, we have to check if it is a prime number, right? So I'm gonna put this whole thing inside a if condition. If this prime function returns true means we have to remove the semicolon. We just have to just have a sum and add our number to the sum. Correct? So I'm having a sum variable here and sum, and I will just first assign it to 0. What I will do is I will basically add our number to the sum. So sum plus 1 second. Okay, now this basically sum plus equal to our ld. That's it. So now we just extracted a last digit. Now what you have to do is after extracting a last digit and adding it to the sum if it is a prime number, we have to remove the last digit. We have this 333. No, after extracting a last digit, we just have to make this 333 33. So we have to remove the last digit. For that, you can just put this number divided by, we just divide this number by 10 now, we'll just remove the last digit. So I'm gonna divide this number by 10.
Capital N.
Okay. Since I forgot, the input is given in a capital N. Yes. So after this, we just have to return our sum. So okay, now we have to implement this prime function. Okay, so now let's just implement the simple function prime. It should be static. So if you are calling a function, if inside a static function, the function you are calling should also be static. So let's just have this as static, and its name is, it'll just return a boolean. Okay, let's just make it return an int. Okay, so I'll just have this function prime. So this prime function will just basically say if it's a number, it's a prime number or not. So I'll just the argument of this function should be a integer, int n. Let's keep it as small n. So now, okay. So now, inside this prime function, what is the logic to find a number is a prime number or not? So to find a number is prime or not, what we have to basically do is, so a prime number should not be divisible by any number rather than the number itself or 1, correct? So we have to divide that number with a set of numbers to find it's a prime or not. With what set of numbers we will divide to find if it's a prime number or not? We all know 1 will divide that all the numbers, so we have to start from 2. From 2 to we have to start from 2 till the square root of the number. If we divide the number when starting to 2 from the square root of the number, we will basically get if it's a prime number or not. So first what we have to do is we have to divide with set of numbers now. So I'm having a for loop. Inside I'm having a variable I, and I have to run this loop. First we have to divide from 2, correct? So first initially I am assigning this I to 2, and we have to keep on dividing up till its square root. So if I is less than or equal to, okay, for that I am using a pre-built function math dot qrt. Yes, here we should pass the number, and each time I have to increment this I by 1. So I'm putting I plus plus. So here we have to divide and check. So I'm checking if our n is divisible by our I. If it is divisible now, I'm simply returning 0. Okay, wow. Now, if neither of any of this number didn't divide this n now, we have to return it, then it's a prime number. So I'm just returning 1. Okay. So here I'm just slightly changing the condition. If it is a prime number, so if this returns 1 now, then we can just add it to our sum. So let's check if it works. Okay, a slight change. If the input number to the prime function, if it's 1 now, it's just returning it's a prime number. So 1, we all know 1 is not a prime number. So I have put a separate condition for 1 alone. Okay, so that's it. All the test case passed.